You're in tune to the Health and Healing Hub experience. It's all about elevating. It's all about inspiring. It's all about edifying. Check it out. Don't move your dial.
Immaculate risings, good afternoon, grand evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the regulars, and for the newcomers, you're tuned into the Health and Healing Hub experience. This is where we care, share, in order to heal and become one with nature again. I'm told that without rhythm, there's no life, and without life, there's no rhythm. So I'm going to have to give a massive thanks to the Contrast Radio family for the inspiration that you give us with those good grooves. A thank you also goes out to our YouTube subscribers for your amazing comments. We appreciate you. I want to talk to you about the book Voices in Harmony, which I see as the strength behind building stronger communities and practicing the spirit of Ubuntu. It's out now and it's available for purchase. It's a great practical resource and it's filled with mouth-watering recipes supported by the famous Levi Roots. So I'm guessing they must be up to par. What makes it unique is that it also captures words of wisdom, childhood memories, courage, transformation, and all of that. It's a great gift. I've got my copy. Get your copy. You can email BWKI2019, that's in numbers, that is, at outlook.com. Today, the conversation or the topic we're covering is the life-giving wisdom and lessons left by those that have passed over. So we're looking at some rich, thought-provoking questions in order to spark some deep reflection, personal storytelling, and some cultural insight. Your hosts are myself, Fumilola, and the fantabulous Miss T. And we're joined by some wonderful guests. Sis Jania, Sis Tracy, Sis Jen, Sis Faye, Sis Celia, Sis Ashanti, Sis Amaji, Brother Supreme, Sis Sandy, Sis Wilma, Brother Elliot X, Sis Marla, Sis Karen, Brother Yash, and Sis Harriet. So give thanks to those wonderful, or to our wonderful guests. So, if you could sit with one of your ancestors today, what question would you ask them, and what do you think that they would ask you? I would ask them what it was like living in the realm the current realm that they're in, if they're happy, what they've learned since shedding the physical body that I knew. In terms of what they would ask me, I think they'd probably ask me, why it's been such a long time that I sat and drummed with them. Yeah, I think though that they would understand it. I believe that I have, or one of the major qualities of my ancestors is that they are very, very understanding. Some of, especially the Orishas, they can be quite short-tempered. So don't upset them. Don't upset them.
As you said that, because I went to a funeral yesterday and the person died from an incident that happened, right? And it was a tragic incident. And I would probably think that if you were talking to someone who tragically passed away, they probably would have asked why was it them? And I mean, when we look at certain things, I would say, I would call it an unfinished conversation that you probably had with somebody. So what was the last conversation you had with that person that was unfinished? Because most of the time, some of the people that pass, they're untimely. They've come out of the blue. So I think one of the questions they would probably ask is why them? You know? I just look at it, because I've said recently there was an incident yesterday. Well, not incident. I mean, I went to a funeral and that person died tragically, but it just got me, you know, it sounds weird, but when somebody passes and you go to their funeral, does it not put your life into perspective? Like, what's your journey? What you're doing for? What's it about? And are you on track? Because majority of the times, until something happens, we're in an automatic mode. Depends on how you know the person and what they were doing at the time. I know that you've got people that sadly a good friend of mine, very good friend of mine, passed away just at the beginning of COVID, and somebody reached out to a spiritualist and they said that the person told them, look after my mother. That's all he said.
Oh wow.
That was the message that was sent. Please look after my mum. You know, so that person was doing some good works in the community, and obviously I think I would have asked them, how could we fulfill your legacy, because they never fulfilled it. Well, they were fulfilling their journey.
Thank you. Thank you, Supreme. Did anyone else want to jump in? I don't know if you need to. Do you need to hear the question again? Shall I run the question? I'll run it anyway. So the question is, if you could sit with one of your ancestors today, what question would you ask them? And what do you think they would ask you?
Right. Hi everybody. Yes, my son passed away last year and he had a heart attack. And my partner passed away this year with a stroke. Now, with my son, I knew a week before that he was going to pass away. The thing is, I've had many encounters through my life, which I don't really, at the time, I didn't understand a lot of it. And I remember laying in my bed and I was doing some training online, and I was using my dictaphone to take notes. And when I looked at my dictaphone, when I listened to my dictaphone, my son's name came up, and I didn't call my son's name. I went to bed that night and I was woken up about 7 o'clock. It was a woman that spoke to me. It's as though she was in my room, and she told me that my son was dead. I called 3 people, and when I have encounters, I always call 3 people as witnesses, but this one shook me. And this was the Thursday, and the following week, Friday the 13th, my son passed away. And, you know, I miss him so much, you know, and I think that's what I'd be saying. I miss him so, so much. He was my only son, you know, and I know that where he is, I believe that he's happy, because he was in a marriage that he was not happy in that marriage, you know. For my partner, wow, he went over to Africa because we was going to build properties, and when he was going, he was saying to me, getting prepared. Right, so I'm going to be going out there for the Christmas to meet him and everything. And but I felt like I wasn't going to see him anymore. I said, why do I feel like I'm not going to see you anymore? And he said to me, no, stop, stop being silly. But so said, so done. And I think for me, I'm learning that there's something there that's guiding me. I can't say who, and I don't know which ancestor, I don't know. But someone is guiding my steps. And I kept seeing 444. And I just put a blind eye to it, but I kept seeing it for everywhere I turned, I saw it. And then my son passed away on the 13th. My partner was buried on the 13th. My son was born on the 31st. My partner was born on the 13th. And when you add 3 and 1, it's 4. And then I was driving my car and I was in a bit of traffic. So I made a car come out in front of me. And when I looked, it had Y, the letter Y, 44 YOU. Y for you. And I thought to myself, right, this is somebody's communicating with me now, And even to now, I'll wake up at a certain time every early hours to meditate. And I see, a young baby, and it's a baby girl, and early hours today, I saw myself breastfeeding this baby girl. But this baby girl is myself. My ancestor, I don't know who it is, but somebody is leading me, someone is directing me, somebody is communicating with me. Yeah, as I said, many, over the years, I've never understood it, but things have happened. But it's very much there in front of me now, very much in my presence.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. Wow, that one there is a hard one. It's so raw because it's so recent. My condolences, sis. May the Most High hold and love them. So, in many African Caribbean cultures, the ancestors are considered still present. What does remembering those that have passed mean to you personally? Memory, responsibility, or guidance? I'd say, so for me, I'm telling you, I was born with my eyes closed when it came to anything to do with passing or death, anything. Don't talk to me about anything like that. Don't. To me, anyone that worked with the dead or anything to do, no. I just didn't have a connection. When I lost my mum, and then I lost my father, just I think like most of us, if we're close to anyone, we change. Life is not the same again, So I was just on a quest to really try and understand, what is this all about? And I completely changed. And I realised, oh my good God. And I've always been spiritual. I've always sought God. I've always sought that. Yeah, so it wasn't until, so after they passed, I remember going to some sister circles, and we would bring pictures of the people that passed that we knew. We'd take those pictures with us, and we'll set the pictures out, and we'll bring food to share amongst ourselves. We'll share the food, put some food down for the ancestors, and we would talk and we would joke, crack jokes about them, what they used to do, the love we have for them, the weirdness and all of that. And it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful, and it just felt so natural. Yes, sis.
May I just share? My father passed, and I do not see him as passing over. I see him as he's still present. He's within my being. My mother and my father are both within my being. So, I sometimes find myself at the very beginning. It was hard, of course. Your loved ones passed away. You've known them all your life. At the beginning, it was so hard. But now, sometimes I see someone that looks like my dad and I'm like, oh, it brings back memories. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I look at my hands and I can see my dad and different things I do. And I'm like, that's me remembering this being that I've known as my father all my life. Yeah, you've got your good and your bad times and all the rest of it. You don't agree on things. But as far as my being is concerned, he is still within my heart. I see him every day. Yeah. So we use this word passing over, but he's still here within. So yeah, that remembering is still here. He's still here. And obviously he's not physically here, but I'm here. So it's important for my being to make sure I do what I need to do, as opposed to just kind of getting caught up in this world of working 9 to 5 and blah, blah, blah.
Because it's important to remember, isn't it? We're not just physical. We're mental, physical, spiritual. And spiritual is the biggest part and the most important part of us, because that's forever. It's always here. It's just this dimension. We need a physical body. So, thanks for sharing, Ashanti.
I'll put a little spiel on that. I'll take it from both the sisters that's in front. And it's, I think when I was younger, I think my mum started taking us or myself to funerals. And so there's, odd people passing here and there when you're younger. And you become quite accustomed to the funeral, the preparation, the gathering, the music, and that support in the community that you have, and it's like that till this present time, to be honest, that everyone still comes together to support one another for a period of time, and then you go for that next journey on your own. And I think when I looked at my journey with my parents, for me, it wasn't about the flesh. It was making them comfortable so that the spirit be released, so they're not in any more discomfort, that they can travel peacefully without feeling the fear or feeling, scared that they're going to pass on their own. And it's making it as comfortable as possible for them so that they can be at peace on the other side. So I do find that there's this gift that we do have. It's an intuition, and it's always there. Unfortunately, we get caught up in Western environment that it kind of stays dormant, and when we're not used to applying those gifts, it can make us feel uncomfortable. We want to run away from it. We don't want to hear about them stories or what you dreamt the night before, etc. But all of that is within ourselves. And I think I'm just dealing with 2 clients at the moment, dealing with their loss and grief. And one of my clients, and I probably understand she's not able to grieve yet because they're still investigating, the loss of her daughter. And so, she knows that she can't really feel her until that case is closed, and then she can know that her daughter will be at peace. So there's different ways of how we, reflect death and reflect how we prepare ourselves as well. And but it's it's just, I suppose it's just understanding or understanding what our ancestors are about, so that we can embrace them, so our grief will be much more easier to handle as we move on. But yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you. So when you think of someone that's passed but still walks with you, what lesson from their life shows up most in daily decisions? When you think of someone that's passed but they still walk with you, because if they walk with you, you know. So you know what lesson from their life shows up most in your daily decisions. One of the things that my mum taught me was, I'll never forget, is that if I borrow someone money, always give what you can afford never to see again, just because that if you actually yourself need that money or need it back by a certain date and you don't get it by that certain date, then you may just fall out with the person. So she said, always just give what you can afford. And I'll never forget that. That's one of the things she told me. Does anybody else want to share?
I do.
Yeah.
Hello everybody. Greetings. What I would like to share with that one is that brings back a memory for me with my grandmother, who recently passed as well. I just want to say condolences to everybody that's also experienced, that grief, and there's someone passing as well. My heart goes out to you in the healing process. So yeah, that's one thing I do want to say. But yeah, that brings back a memory, because there are certain lessons or things that they would say. And now that I have my own children, I feel that these things are showing up. So as I make daily choices and, have a way of monetizing or setting a budget, I can almost hear my nana saying to me certain things. Make sure you leave that back for next week, or this is put something down for tomorrow. There's always these sayings that would come around when you're making certain choices as you're going about, that they would say but didn't make sense at the time. But then as you start to create your own nature and build for yourself, that thing that they are also comes from within for yourself, but you just don't understand it till it comes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally understand that, because like when she's just saying certain things like that, I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. But when they're gone, I'm telling you, you learn quick. Thanks, sis.
You sure do.
Thank you. What gem, what wisdom has someone that you've known left with you that really helps you today? In any way, shape or form? What have they left for you that you can use now?
Shanti, can I just share? When you said about money, mine's definitely in reference to money and making sure you have. Okay, what is it? So just to plan well. One, plan well. Two, I think it's planning and preparation. Yes, you have to pay those bills. However, there is a tomorrow. And if you want something, I don't use the word bad, but if you want something bad enough, then you'll push aside a little bit, so that you can have whatever it is. Whether it's that holiday, whether it is that, £10,000 bag, whatever it is, it's silly. But something that it's interesting, it's actually from my grandmother, so thank you so much. Is it Solia? Thank you so much for sharing from your grandmother, and that's what touched my heart. Oh my gosh, that was from my grandmother as well. It's my father's mother who always spoke about I have a funny feeling that I think he was saying that they couldn't necessarily read or write, but when it comes to money, she knew what she had and what she didn't have. And, you know, I think it was from her that put aside money, make sure you have. And, and go through. So that I've accepted for myself that I'm going to, you know, prepare, plan. It's not about just spend. And I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I'm great at budgeting. No, but I am going to share that. And planning and preparation is important and is key to my everyday life. So, yeah, thank you for that question.
So,
I think I'll leave it as simple as this. I think two things that comes to, or maybe a few from my mother's mind, and it's always never overwork, you know, to slow down and appreciate your own life and find happiness, you know. And she always said that time is precious, so you utilize it wisely, you know. And when I see myself, my being racing up and down, I can hear her saying that, and where you're going and why you're going at that pace and who for. And I have to then, you know, slow down a bit and reflect. And in that process is knowing to take that time and appreciate that information that's being passed on to you, you know. Otherwise there's the consequence of not hearing your feel.
yeah.
And I really, you know, appreciate those signs, you know, passing through myself as well as my son, you know, by my mother, as well as the great-grands, of be kind to yourself. And that's hard when you're so used to probably working hard and not working smarter.
Yes.
If anything, it's allowed me to learn to know myself. You know, so I give thanks to those signs that my mother has left with myself.
Yeah.
We may live by now. And well, something my mum told me before I even got married, she said, never go to bed and don't make up if you're vexed with your husband. Oh, believe me, I try to live by that.
Yes.
And it's good because at least you know that you're not going to be even more vexed tomorrow. And then you start thinking and adding other things to what really happened. So I try to do that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I'm just laughing at what the lady said. I just think that is so important because I think you should never leave home anyway with not speaking to anyone in your homes as your family, because you just don't know when you walk out that door what's going to happen. You know, we go out one way, we come in. One thing I have learned over the years, where my mother always used to say, she's here with me at the moment, just listening, and she used to say, it's very important that you say your psalms and you pray and dispatch your angels to go before you to pave the way safely. So if there's any harm to come, they will be the first at the door. And then coming back, that you're protected. And you know, it's funny because you know, you hear all these things as our parents took us through our stages, they went through theirs, and we learnt so much from them. And I can remember the days of really raving, and my mum said, I said, oh mum, I'm going to the rave, and I could always say to her, you know, but you never used to say anything when I'd go. You'd be upset for a minute. She said, yeah, I'll be praying while you're going. I'll be praying while you're going. Me and my friend, she'd always be praying for us. She said, yeah. She said, because I don't know what you're walking into. I don't know who the people you're meeting. So our parents did that automatically. They always prayed, covering us no matter what, you know. So those are the things that I think I remember the most. And I share that with my own, you know, so you with your own children, because I think they are going to be the ones you're going to have to make sure that if you're not around, they carry on the legacy of knowing
what our ancestors really had in store. I knew that from my grandmother, I knew that from my granddad, you know, and my son was fortunate to meet my grandfather, great-grandfather. So, and his son is now, and his children are great to meet great-grandmother. So, you know, those opportunities, because you don't always get that, you know. So, and I really cherish that because it's so important, you know, and she's here with us in the house and everyone's sort of buzzing around and doing a few little bits. But, you know, we just hold on to them while we can. It's so important. It really is. I think some serious situations have happened that I know, learning from them and the prayer and how to cover yourself, and your ancestors are there and your guardian angels are there protecting you. It's so many near misses of accidents, things that have happened, and I'm thinking, wow, I could never have survived that without the Most High and our ancestors who are standing in the gap. You know, serious things. I mean, I'll give you one incident. I remember my son went out, went on his way to work. Well, the evening, actually, I came in late. Came with the shopping list. He said, Mum, that's not like you. How come you come back so late? What happened? I said, just relaxing. So I shot out, for some reason, shot out to the car. I said, I'm going to anoint my car. And as I was going, he said, what? He said, anoint mine as well. I said, all right. So I said, both of us. I don't know what made my son do that, but I tell you, the significant thing, what happened, 5:30 in the morning, I woke up to my daughter-in-law screaming her head off with the baby. And because she was so hysterical, the baby was screaming. So I had to take the baby from her. So what's happened? She said, Cameron's had an accident. He's had an accident. And she couldn't get all the words. She was screaming. I had to sit her down. Eventually, we drove down to where the accident was. And believe you me, when I parked that car and the police were down there, and I walked up to where my son's car had swung off the road because he was hit onto ongoing traffic. It turned his car around to the ongoing traffic. And I saw all that shrapnel all against the... I said, my God, how he didn't hit that pole, I don't know. I said, it has got to have been an angel protecting this boy. His whole two back wheels were split in half. And he flew up onto the side. And he said, Mum, all I could do was just hold onto the wheel and close my eyes as the car went up. And it stopped suddenly. And he opened his eyes and thinking, gosh, I'm alive. And I tell you, from that anointing the car and going around and praying around it, I know that was not by chance. So there's many things that I think I can tell you, so many testimonies that I can say, but not by, we don't go by ourselves. As long as we trust and believe that holding on, you'll be a survivor. And especially what's going on now. We haven't even seen anything yet.
Come on. You know,
nothing yet. Nothing yet. But we just must know we're in the boat. Stay in the boat.
Yeah, but we're good.
Protected.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. We're always good.
We're always good. No matter what.
Good. Yes.
Every time. And I can I'm sitting here and I'm smiling. My mum's looking at me and she's nodding her head. Well, I told you, she's just not too long come out of the hospital on the 9th of September.
Yes.
That experience was horrific because their hospital wasn't helping us in the way they should. But I had to stand my ground. I trust in the Holy Spirit and trust in her and trust in the faith that I have to fight those doctors because they are not easy. They gave me a run for my money. I was in there for 5 weeks. I stayed in the hospital for 5 weeks sleeping on the chairs because, believe you me, they would have taken my mother out. I thought, no, you're not going to do that. So I really give thanks.
Give thanks that she's back home.
Oh, I had to fight to get her there. I wasn't going to stop.
Natural surroundings. You know what I mean?
And she's so much what? I've never experienced anything like that in my life. That was something I won't forget. But I give thanks. I give thanks.
Yes.
I got her through it.
Yes.
You know? And she looked at me in the hospital moving around. She said, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
But she knows. She's not silly. She's a nurse. She's been a nurse herself, so she knows what they were up to. I said, Lord.
Imagine.
Oh, well, it's lovely being on here. It's lovely speaking. And, you know, we're all moving in the same vein. We must work towards that light, the higher frequency. That
absolutely. Light. Absolutely. If our ancestors were observing you or today's society? What do you think they would be proud of? And what do you think might concern them?
I think for me, it would be finding me, believing and trusting in me. See me first. Because I was brought up to see everything else, everything outside of me. I was never taught to look in. And it's taken me a long time to get to where I am now. You know, I'm a qualified therapist, and that helped me a lot to get to where I am. The spiritual side is very much there. It's always been there. But it's me believing more in me, trusting in me, and being open to what presents. So yes, my ancestors, if they was here, well, I don't believe in death, but I know that they pass over, I believe, and, you know, they transition. But I do know for me, they would say, Sandy, see you, believe in you. That's what I want you to do. Thank you.
So beautiful. My ancestors would be proud of my attempts at making egusi stew, pepper stew. They'd be highly impressed. But I think they will know though that if they was to make these foods, theirs would be better. Theirs would always be better. But they'll say, yes, she's trying, yes. Well done. How can remembering those who've passed help us heal generational trauma rather than just inheriting it? Mine, I think, would be really talking, because if you know now, lots of people are talking. But if we know anything about cycles, if we know anything about universal law, we know that life moves in cycles. And we've had so much upheaval in terms of the world, the cosmos. We've had so much upheaval, but nothing lasts forever, and life moves in cycles. And so now we're coming into healing, and so I would say we talk. That's where I'm coming from. I do know some people that say, oh, don't tell people this, don't tell people that, and that's fine if that works for them, all good. But I think, especially when you're coming from trauma, there's a lot of shame, there's a lot of carrying. When you share, you actually heal yourself, you heal other people, you let people know, oh my God, did that really happen to that person? That means, oh, I can actually talk then. If this has happened to this person, I can talk about what I'm going through. When I started to talk, I realized, oh my God, just like Maya Angelou said, when I decided to talk, I found out I had a lot to say. Definitely, I said, talk, you have to, talk. One of the things my mum would say, especially coming from trauma, one of the things my mum would say, don't trust no man. And I know that she meant it in a positive way. She meant it in a positive way. I believe that she meant it in a positive way, but I know today that that's coming from trauma that she experienced in the past. She was married to my father, and they raised me and my siblings, yet she said that. She said it regularly to my sisters. So even though she meant it in a positive way, I think she meant it in terms of be independent, don't rely totally on a man. Because especially a lot of Nigerian women tended to do that. Rely totally on someone else. Oh. although it was coming from a positive stance, it's not necessarily a positive statement. So the question, how can remembering those who've passed help us heal generational trauma?
I think with my family, it was very much, they have this saying that see I'm blind, hear I'm deaf. You know, that what goes on in the house remains in the house. And, you know, and you found that in my family, I suppose my ancestors, there wasn't much of talking. There was a lot of just maybe getting on in life and doing what they need to do. But there wasn't much talking, you know. And that's what I recognize in my family lineage. Is that, so when I went before I became qualified, I wanted to get help. I needed help, you know, and that's the avenue I went down. And it really did help me, you know, because it helped me to speak out, to talk, you know. And even like now, some of my family would say, well, you know, my mouth have no filter, you know. And it's about just letting go. It's just letting go that you don't need to hold on to, whatever you're holding on to. And to feel that freedom of letting it go is a beautiful feeling, you know. And that also comes with how you view yourself. How you view yourself. So with my family now, is how they see themselves, you know. My grandmother, she was a beautiful woman, very beautiful woman. She lived life. She really lived life. She just did her own thing. She just didn't care, you know.
Love her.
Not in a negative way, but you know, she just got on with it, and she just enjoyed life. And you know, I grew up in the States for a few years, and I lived with her, and yeah, so a part of me is definitely her, you know, how she was as a person, you know. And yeah, so for me, talking, very much talking. And I find that even when I've got clients, is that we're in a session and I know that there's something else present within that session. And things have been said, and it's not me thinking, it's things that's just coming up and, you know, relating to the client. And yeah.
You know what? Sometimes you just got to go with the flow. You just really got to go with the flow. Universe, that's what, you know, as I'm getting on and growing in my spiritual awareness, I didn't really think much about universal law, but go with the flow.
Yeah.
Everything that's happening is supposed to happen. It's actually supposed to.
Yeah.
Might not even realise or understand it, but later on we come into certain understanding.
Yes, you know when you said your mom said trust no one.
No, trust no man.
Trust no
trust no man. That's
yes, and you know what? It is also biblical. It's in the Bible to say, trust not in horses or chariots or men. Oh. But I believe that you would say trust, and it's so, you know, like independent. It doesn't mean that you're not to build with them, and so, but don't put all your confidence and trust, because as human beings, even with the best intentions, we might say something, and we're not able to do it, not because of ill will, not because of covetousness, but situational things can happen, societal things can happen. And that is why, to preserve your sanity and your well-being, she might say that, so that you don't put all your eggs per se in one basket, and that you will learn to be reliable on one source, which is the Most High.
Oh, Yes, give thanks. I'm letting it sink in. Yes. I think my mum was saying, My mum was saying, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Give thanks. Yes.
You know, a question just popped up into my head from the last. There was a young lady that was just speaking a minute ago, and what came to my mind, she mentioned the word client. So obviously she deals with people, and I just wanted to ask people that do have clients and take consultations and do therapy. How do they deal with that you taking on other people's problems? That could they become attached to you, transferred to you? So do people, or do therapists, do counselors do any kind of therapy themselves to get to kind of, or ritual to try and get rid of certain energies that are because when somebody's telling you all these problems and they're tragic, or they and you try, I just wanted to know, I'm just curious.
I appreciate that.
In other words, how does a healer heal himself?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Here's Kim. What? Kim's coming now. Better late than never. Yes, I appreciate that question. I think for me personally, it's yes, I 100% understand, and I can understand where that's coming from, because as a healer, which I found out I was late in this life, I'm like, you know what, I put all my time, studies, money, etc. in what I'm doing, and then at this point in my life, this is what I'm told by two people. And in answer to that question, one thing for me, I do spiritual baths. I take spiritual baths. I try and take those on a regular, at least once a month, just to help take away those energies. But you know what, first and foremost, affirmations, prayers. As I think it's Sister Zoom user said, you do your prayers, because the word is powerful. We have to take charge of our mindset. Mind is everything. So it's for me anyway, it's my affirmations, it's my positive thinking. I believe, I know that our vibration is everything. People may think it's about money. Yes, money matters, but it's about your vibration. It's your vibration that gets you the money. It's your vibration that gets you everything else. That first is your vibration. So in order to cleanse myself of all those attachments that can come is my thinking. I try to monitor, watch my thinking. I'm not saying it's easy, because we got how much thoughts. I think Dr. Ahuja, an Indian therapist, said for every 10 to 12 thoughts that we have in our conscious mind, we have 10 to 12,000 in our subconscious mind. So it's just like, come on. Come on. So there's a lot that we're dealing with, but for me, it's waking up in the morning, lie there, think first and foremost, give thanks, because you get so much from gratefulness. It's almost like, because we have micro and macro. So just like our mother and father, when we thank them, they like to give you more. And so we've got the macro in terms of spirit, mother nature, or father spirit. And so give thanks. And that's what I find anyway. When I'm thankful, I see more. So it's to give thanks in the morning. Give thanks in the morning, do my affirmations, do my prayer, and spiritual bath. Have good people around me. And in terms of therapy, I do sit. It's important to sit with someone else that's got a bit more experience and talk about what I've gone through or what I might even be going through as well, because that's only going to help. That's going to make me stronger. That's going to help me see pitfalls that I might be falling in. I just want to try and give everyone some space to share as well. So they're my pointers.
For me, you know what? Say thank you for everything. Everything. Yeah? Do things that make you happy, bring you joy, make you feel good. Yeah? Remember we was talking about it sets of them on endomorphines and all the rest of it. Thank the universe all the time.
Everything.
If you're pop, thank the universe. Because you was able to pop. Some people are not even able to do that. Make yourself happy. You're happy. Everything that you do, everything that you encounter, you will feel joy. You will see more clearly. You will see more focus. And it takes away your stress, man.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
For myself and Margie, I mean, I only can back up what you're saying regarding to when you're working with other people. I would say mainly our kind, because you know, when you're in that space with them, and it is a safe space, that you can take on the energy depending on either side of where you are and where they are. So it's always good to make sure that you're in preparation beforehand, because you'll be dealing with your own people, and your energy, your environment has to be in a clear thought process to assist them and make them feel comfortable. And usually I always do my affirmations beforehand, and I recite a little bit in between if it gets heavy. But after that, I still do my recitation, I do my meditation, I sit still for that moment and sleep it off. And then I'll speak to one of my co-sisters just to cross over some of my notes, just to make sure that everything's all clear, so that I can continue in that same job that I love. But yeah, you know, I understand where Supreme was talking about, like, who looks after the who's. But I definitely make sure that I don't take on too many cases in one day.
Yes.
And the sessions are kept within a time frame. So it's not taking up the whole day, but you keep it within a time frame that doesn't take out all of your entire energy. So I think that as long as you know that you balance it out well enough, that we can manage it. But I think when we take on 2 or 3 thinking that we can help them, it can actually knock you out, because you're also mixing different type of energies on that same day. So yeah.
Absolutely. If you're no good to yourself, you're no good to anyone. So no, definitely. Thanks for that share, sis. Yeah, it's a great question, Supreme. What we'd like to do as part of this particular show is play some tunes or the tunes of those that have passed over. If you remember anything that they like particularly, let us know and we'll spin that for them. Any takers? What would you like us to play for your loved ones? If you give us the name of your loved one and let us know the tune that you would like us to play, and also why they like that tune.
I got one.
Don't tell me. It's gonna be we are one. We are one. Man.
You know what one I want as well? I want Family. The Family one. The one from what's his name? Oh my God. Just had it in my head as well. What's his name again?
Sing it.
Oh my God.
Oh,
when I say the artist, go back to somebody else. It's a conscious brother. The one that is with coffee. The one that's with coffee.
Chronics.
Yeah.
Who was it for? Who was the song for?
It's for families, for everybody.
Oh, because the question was for a specific ancestor. But don't worry, we'll put that one on. We'll put that one on.
Put it out.
Cool.
I will.
I've got one.
Can you play?
All right.
Hello.
It's a family. Is it Sly and the Family Stone? Bring the family back.
Oh,
Bring them
family
back, together. Bring the family back.
I don't come bam down. Not oh boy, this Baba don't fool me.
Okay. So you would like us to play that one, spin that one? Oh, cool. Yeah.
Can you play Louis Armstrong?
Which one?
What a Wonderful World. That was my son's. Yeah.
Yeah. We do that. Yeah. Sure.
Can I drop one with Jimmy Cliff, Many Rivers to Cross, but I know that my seniors, my elders, is one of their favourites. I think it's called God is Standing By, but I know that you don't get.
Oh, that's
you know, by George Nooks.
Yeah, Nooks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought it would be the other one.
No. When you're doing karaoke with your seniors down playing dominoes, it sounds good.
Right. All right, we can do that.
Yeah, that one brings the seniors back, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yes, we can do that. That can work.
Can we do Sweet Mother by Prince Nico?
Sweet mother, I never forget you. For this
Shut it up.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that one. Any more takers before we round off?
It was interesting. You say you say God is standing by. The original is Al Green, isn't it? Not George Nooks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is it? I'm sure it's Al Green.
It could be.
Yeah. But again, your show and what you're about, it just reminds me of my good friend who passed away, and that's Brother Dougie. And a song that he used to play was "Ain't No Stopping Us Now."
Oh.
But it's very interesting because some of the questions that I'm hearing, I remember when I first kind of went on one of his radio shows, and he spoke about a thing called NLP. When it very first came out, new, and I could never. I thought, what's all this about? I thought, what a load of nonsense. But it's, after a period of time when we look at a thing again, personal development, because that's one of the things that I kind of learned off of him. And as you were speaking and saying, you said, what would you ask the ancestor who's passed? And now he had a dream that because he was into public speaking, I remember when he passed away, and he used to put on events, and he said to me that he wanted to. His dream was to speak at what's that place? Excel Centre with Les Brown, because he was into personal development. And he goes, I want to take it to. I want to do my talks and to Les Brown, and he was very much a good friend of Dr. Layla Africa. So it was 1 week when Dr. Layla Africa passed. Dougie called me and he goes, I can't believe Dr. Layla Africa passed. Then the following week he passed. And I thought, I don't know, I felt it was a little bit eerie that, and
they probably had work to do on the other side.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean to say, that it didn't come to pass. I mean, Les is still here. Bless him.
Les Brown
He's a powerful speaker, isn't he?
Yeah. But it's just interesting that all this, because I think that's one of the key things we need in our community with our young people, the personal development and knowing and understanding psychology. Even if it's white psychology, we've got to understand it, because a lot of psychology and pseudoscience has been used on us So we're here now. So we are debunking some of these theories. You know that theory they call it. Is it drapetomania? And there was that doctor who was the gynecologist. I forgot his name. Marion Sims. Remember that Marion Sims was he was that not psychologist, gynecologist who butchered a lot of black women.
Oh my god!
And anytime he killed, when he done his experience, he would do his gynecology and then move city to perform what he was doing. But yeah, they called him the something called gynecology. And remember, just before COVID, they started pulling down all these pseudo scientists, slave masters, and all that who were looked up, and statues were made and buildings were made in their place because they know. Because it wasn't us who pulled it. They know that these people were doing some evil work on us. And, anyway, sorry for ranting on. But, yeah, my friend, Brother Doug, who passed away, the track that he used to like was Ain't No Stopping Us. And that was McFadden and Whitehead.
Yes. Yeah, amazing tune. Amazing.
Yeah, one of the best tunes around. It was definitely. Definitely.
Absolutely. All right, people.
You're in tune to the Health and Healing Hub experience. It's all about elevating. It's all about inspiring. It's all about edifying. Check it out. Don't move your dial.